Right out of the box, concerns about the security of healthcare.gov. Zeke Emanuel, architect of Obamacare, did nothing to ease those security concerns on this program yesterday.
I put my personal information on the website when I was trying to look for information.
Is it secure?
And I was very confident.
Is it secure?
And I was very confident.
Will you guarantee our viewers it's secure?
I don't run it today.
Question. If your identity is stolen because of the healthcare exchanges, can you sue? Who better to ask than Mark Lanier, trial lawyer extraordinaire, with us today in New York City. Who do you sue?
Well, you sue the federal government. I mean, absolutely. Now, you can't get punitive damages against the federal government. You can't get prejudgment interest. But you've got a claim against them if your identity gets sued for setting up a sorry system.
I honestly did not know that you could do that. I thought you could never really sue the government.
You know, it's really hard to. It's hard to, and a lot of juries don't want to give a lot of money because they realize it comes out of their tax dollars. But you can do it.
Yep.
No, I'm just saying, but if you don't get the punitive damage, I mean, then you end up losing money. I mean, you're going to pay the lawyer X amount of money. How do you get economic resolution on this?
And Charles, you've pointed out the right problem. To have a good lawsuit, it's a three-leg stool. You got to have someone you can collect from, you got to have liability, and you got to have damages. The damages just aren't going to be that strong for most people.
Do you think that there will be lawsuits lodged because of this fiasco?
There'll be a class action launched.
Class action lawsuit?
Yeah, that's the only way it can be economical for the lawyer to pursue
But
it.
it will not stop Obamacare in its tracks. This is way down the road.
That train has left the station.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't stop it, you say?
Not with this. I mean, if I were a lawyer and I could stop it, boom, I would.
Really?
Oh, there's got to be a better system.
A lawyer opposed to President Obama. This is new.
All the time. All the time.
We'll get back to you. All right, hold on right there, please, Mark. Here's more of what Zeke Emanuel had to say. This is the part where he claims the plans you get under Obamacare are better and cheaper than your existing plan.
We're here to talk about health insurance and the millions of people who've gotten health coverage at a better deal who were excluded. In the individual market, 70% of people are going to get either better coverage at cheaper prices. Only 25% of people are going to have a situation where they're going to be paying more.
Is that true? Is that accurate? Let's bring in Health Policy and Strategy Associates President Robert Leshevsky. Robert, welcome back to the program.
Good morning. Good morning.
You heard what Dr. Emanuel had to say. Was he accurate in what he said?
No. I mean, first of all, I thought we settled that debate a few weeks ago. The President of the United States apologized over the whole thing about not being able to keep the insurance you like. The President asked the state insurance commissioners and the insurance companies to let people keep their policies another year. There are a number of Democratic senators in the Senate who have a bill led by Mary Landrieu so that people can keep their policies. Why would all of this be going on if only a small percentage of the people found that their old policy was not better than Obamacare? But here's the number, Stuart. Right now, people are being offered the opportunity to keep their policy, not in all states. But when they're offered the opportunity to keep their policy, 80 to 90% are keeping. One CEO told me that in his company, where they're allowing people to keep their policy, 85% of them are keeping the old policy. So I don't think Zeke got the memo. This one's been settled.
What happens next year when we are told tens of millions of cancellation notices go out for people who get their health care from their employer? What kind of plan are they shifted into? Is it a better plan? Is it a cheaper plan?
Well, first of all, you've got all these millions of people that are getting the one-year extension. It's only a one-year reprieve from the death sentence for these policies. So we're going to go through all of this again next fall at election time. Then you've got the small employers. Many of them are getting some pretty staggering renewals right now. And many of them are also taking advantage of the early renewal, especially in the small group market under 50 employees. They will have to face Obamacare for 2015. And what we're hearing, again, is big increases. I mean, what you've got, the small employer market is being hit by exactly the same things the individual health market is being hit by. The pre-existing condition and medical underwriting reforms, the much higher benefit level that you have to have with Obamacare, and the age rating changes are hitting the small group exactly the same way. I talked to a small health insurance broker the other day that has 90 plans. They can't do early renewal where he is, and he's telling me that he's seeing rate increases of between 15 and 60%, with the average rate increase in the small market being about 30%.
Ouch. Robert, can you give us some clarity on another issue that's emerging here, and that is the transfer of information from my account. I put in my personal information into the Obamacare website. The transfer of that information from me to the insurer. I understand that the error rate there is enormous, and that's where a lot of the problems are occurring. Can you clarify this for us?
Yeah, there are two parts to the Obamacare information technology system. The front end is healthcare.gov, which you've been talking about this morning, where consumers go in. And then there's the so-called back end of it, where information is transferred from the federal government to the insurance company when you buy a policy. You put all this personal information into healthcare.gov, and if you buy a policy, all of that has to be transferred to the insurance company. How else could they enroll you? Mm-hmm. So what's really happened here is while the federal government has fixed the front end of it, at least in terms of being able to get in and buy insurance, they have not come anywhere near finishing the back end. We're still getting high error rates. When the enrollments are being sent, a significant percentage of them are bad. They're gobbledygook, or there are big mistakes in them. We've got two things going on out there right now. We've got orphans and we've got ghosts, Stuart. Yeah. Orphans are the files that get transferred to the insurance company, and nobody can figure out who they are. They're the orphans. Then there are the ghosts. The ghosts are the people who never make it to the insurance company. The government did some small-scale testing the other day with some insurance plans and found a significant number of the enrollments the government has never made it to the insurance company. Okay. And this is a problem they're still figuring out. And in addition to that, they can't pay the insurance companies. That system's not built. They haven't built the reconciliation system, which reconciles what the government has got with what the insurance companies got. They haven't built the part of the computer system yet where they can figure out if they've got the right people covered. The back end is just a complete mess.
Robert Leshevsky, what a pleasure it is to talk to someone who offers clarity on a complex subject. Please come and see us again, Robert. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.